On June 2nd, during PlayStation's latest State of Play, we were treated to a much larger look at what we have in store for Horizon's first foray into VR, Call of the Mountain. An exclusive for PlayStation VR featuring new locations, characters, and story within the Horizon world. So, let's dive into what we saw in the presentation and learned in the PlayStation blog follow-up. We had previously been told after the first teaser for the game that this story would introduce a new main character outside of Aloy. Now, we have more specifics. In Call of the Mountain, we will be playing as a former Shadow Carja warrior, Reyes, a prisoner released from captivity by the spy master of Meridian, Blameless Marad. His task, to climb a mountain in hopes of discovering why the machines are attacking, and if successful, he will earn his freedom. In the trailer, we hear Marad speak, stating,
"You have walked in the shadows, Reyes. Now it is time to climb."
This, paired with the dark armored plates we see on the player's hands, all foreshadows the reason Reyes was imprisoned in the first place, that he was a member of the Shadow Carja during the Tribe Civil War. Not only this, but we learn from the scanned glyph in Forbidden West, Itamen's shadow captured, that Reyes was the soldier who stole Jiran's youngest son away from Meridian during the Liberation and eventually away to Sunfall. For this deed, he earned the infamous title, Itamen's Shadow. Eventually, Reyes allowed himself to be taken alive and was spared execution, an act Commander Nozar of Barren Light inferred before his death was politically motivated, a gambit by Marad to appease noble families of the old regime. Before his release, he was serving a life sentence in the prison of Sunstone Rock. We hear from those in the boat that Reyes has a reputation as a skilled archer, but don't want to risk arming him even in the face of machine attack in fear that he will kill them the first chance he gets. The blog reaffirms this notion, along with him being a master of climbing, a skill that seems to run in his family. Reyes' brother, Urid, the Arrow of the Sun, was known as the greatest climber in the Sundom and scaled the cliffs beneath the royal palace during the Siege of Meridian, an effort that pushed Avad's forces towards victory. With these skills and checkered past, Marad has offered Reyes a chance at redemption, one that he means to seize. PlayStation blog tells us that we will be investigating a grave new threat to the Sundom, and judging by the landscape and NPCs we see in this and the teaser trailer, I think it's safe to say this story will be taking place within and around the region, an area of prominence we first experienced in Horizon Zero Dawn. We also see some imagery of colder, snow-covered regions as well, perhaps taking us north near Maker's End or Gaia Prime, or east to the Norris Sacred Land. Additionally, we see a number of machines from Zero Dawn as well, including Watchers, Glint Hawks, Snapmaws, Grazers, Thunderjaws, and Tallnecks. Being that we haven't been shown any machines introduced in Forbidden West, to me, this also points to the fact we'll be staying closer to the map of the first game. This, along with the Grazer's blaze being green instead of red, pointing towards this being more Zero Dawn-centric. Since the beginning of the derangement, the Carja have been looking for the cause of machine aggression and the appearance of new hunter-killers. This search was the cause of the Red Rays itself, with priests of the Sun Faith concluding it was derived from an angry sun god. With Avad in power, and the machines still becoming more dangerous, the new Sun King may be taking on this issue, but in a far more well-reasoned way than his father. What's most interesting here in my opinion is what exactly Marad has stumbled upon that could reveal greater answers to this question. At large, the change in the machines is a byproduct of Hephaestus being separated from the terraforming system post-extinction signal. This is knowledge that Aloy and some of her allies have been made aware of, but not most in the tribal world. What information Marad is privy to, on the other hand, always makes for interesting speculation. The blog also tells us that we will encounter new and old characters alike, Aloy included. So, Reyes may be learning more than most of the world's tribal populace. On his climb, we see ancient pharaoh machines, Carja structures, and ruins of the old ones, so what we may end up discovering may have ties in both the 21st and 31st centuries. Unfortunately, we were not given a release date at this time, but as more information is revealed, we'll analyze all that we can. I, for one, am really looking forward to stepping into the narrative of an additional protagonist, to see the world of Horizon from an entirely new perspective, both in gameplay and story. And that brings our journey to an end. Apologies for the rough voice, as I've been getting over a sickness recently, but if you're hungry for more Horizon lore and want to hear a better voiceover, consider checking out the rest of our content. Also want to shout out community member Mia River for pointing out some critical lore pieces that really made this video come together. And as always, thanks for watching, and keep questing.